Introduction to Psalm 25. Explanation: Psalm 25 is a heartfelt plea from David to God, characterized by a deep sense of trust and dependence on the divine. It reflects the inner struggles of a believer seeking guidance, forgiveness, and protection from God, while expressing confidence in His eternal kindness and justice. Before we delve into today's reflection and meditation on God's Word, I'd like to invite you to like and subscribe to our channel if you want this message to come alive in your life. By staying connected, you won't miss any of our daily psalms. May this message touch your heart deeply. Happy meditation. Explanation of Psalm 25. In this psalm, David starts by expressing his trust in the Lord, lifting his soul to God in a gesture of devotion and dependence. He implores God not to let him be ashamed or allow his enemies to triumph over him. This is a display of faith that God will honor those who remain faithful to him. David is aware that he needs divine guidance and wisdom, and he appeals to God to teach him his ways and lead him in truth. The core of the psalm is David's plea for God to remember his tender mercies and loving kindness, which have been ever present since ancient times. This acknowledgement of God's enduring compassion serves as a foundation for his plea for forgiveness for the transgressions and youthful sins. David's request for mercy is rooted in the belief that God's nature is inherently good and upright. Thus, he expresses that God rightfully guides sinners to the proper path and shows them the way. Continuing his prayer, David emphasizes the importance of humility, stating that those who are meek and humble will be led and taught by God. God's paths are portrayed as being full of mercy and truth for those who remain faithful to his covenant and testimony. David's request for pardon for his iniquity underscores the profound recognition of his own sins and the need for God's mercy. The psalm presents a reassurance that those who fear the Lord will be taught the path they should choose, suggesting that a reverent awe of God leads to divine guidance and blessings, such as dwelling at ease and a secure legacy for one's descendants. Amid his supplication, David shares the insight that God shares his secrets and covenants with those who maintain this reverent fear. David's eyes are fixed on God, trusting that he will deliver him from the traps set by adversary. He asks God to turn towards him, have mercy, and relieve him of his distress. David candidly describes his emotional state, mentioning his affliction, pain, and the abundance of adversarial hatred he faces. Consequently, he pleads for God to preserve his soul and maintain his integrity and uprightness, reiterating his reliance and hope in God. The psalm concludes with a communal plea for the redemption of Israel from its struggles, highlighting David's role as not only a personal petitioner, but also an intercessor for his people. This closing reinforces the call for divine intervention and support against collective and individual troubles faced by God's followers. In summary, Psalm 25 is a profound prayer, reflecting a deep reliance on God for guidance, forgiveness, and protection. It illustrates the intimate relationship between a believer and God, marked by trust, humility, and a yearning for godly instruction and deliverance from life's adversities.